So I wanted to share a little bit about MTHFR and plexus and how it really, you don't have to have that MTHFR gene mutation. Now, if you've never heard of it, there's some great resources out there. There's a lot of information on it, so don't get overwhelmed. But basically, the bottom line is it is your cellular detoxification system and your one of the main cellular nutritional uptake systems. Doctors typically know it as a folate system. Why that's so important is because everything basically runs off of that. So you have, it is your main gene that then tons of genes run off of that. So if it's not working properly, you either are holding on to too many toxins or you're not getting enough nutrition to help offset toxins that we just get in our day and age from just stress, diet, medication, stuff, in the air, from exhaust from our cars, something's just as simple as that. And so when we are looking at natural healing, this is really important because one, if you do have that gene mutation, expectations are going to be really important in understanding your healing process. Two, people who don't have the gene mutation, if they have enough candida in their bloodstream, it will actually start to lower their methylation ability. So that's why I love the triplex, because one, it addresses it for both sides of increasing that ability to methylate, because you're balancing the blood sugar, you're helping get rid of fungus, viruses, bacteria, in the bloodstream using BioCleanse. And then you have that antifungal with the Probio5 and the enzymes that you can use systemically to help our bodies just run cleaner and more efficiently. So when you're looking at MTHFR, whether it is the gene or if it's potentially just have enough candida, it is altering its functionality, you have to look at timelines. So people who have one copy or a lot of candida in their body will, a lot of times, it's not a big deal because that's working typically from 75 to 50%, but you need to know that you need a methylated vitamin to increase that detoxification and nutritional uptake system to a place that is optimal. If that is not happening, then we have where a nutritional deficiency is definitely a driver in a lot of chronic diseases, are just how clean our bodies are, or the detoxification systems, including your GI tract, your kidneys, your liver, your lymph, that cellular detoxification, all impact chronic disease, and even all the way to cancer. It has implications there. So the better we can get it running, the better it works. That was my dog. Okay. I should have locked the door. So when we look at that, if you have just one or a lot of candida, you do need to be aware of, as we work through, typically you won't have a whole lot of detox, but you need to address that nutritional supportive side, help the liver. Depending on medications can also alter how well your MTHFR is effectively working, because medications come with a trash side, that like trash that your body has to excrete out. And then it comes with the medication side that is actively working in your body. A lot of times the trash will require minerals, vitamins for it to be exited. If not, then it can stay in the body and sort of cause some inflammation stuff going on. So if you have a double copy, this is really important. Typically people with double copies or extremely high candida loads, like one friend, when she was a kid, she would have to have candida peeled off her face, on her, coming out her legs, feet, all over. So if you have a case like that or double copy, you have to know that now you need to take your typical 90 days and you're going to need to expand it to 180, if not a year. And then you need to work in like yearly timeframes, because you are literally trying to get so many toxins that have been stuck in the body out and you can't do it at a fast rate. So you have to go slow and steady. This is really the difference between the tortoise and the hare, because if you try to do it like the hare, you will burn your body out, you will not feel good, and you will not get the results you want. And a lot of people in our day and age want microwave quick fixes, and it just can't happen. Our bodies are not designed that way. And so we need to allow the time and understanding of where our bodies are at to help them effectively heal in the way that God designed, because it can totally happen, but we need to have the proper expectations so we know that what we're putting our hands to is going to have a good end result. And you probably in between, like every 90 days, will be tweaking something to help, whether it's inflammation or you're like, I couldn't handle a whole lot of methylated vitamin, but now I can 18 months out. Or maybe you couldn't handle a whole lot of probio 5, but now you can a year out. Like for instance, my daughter, she like literally could not do more than one probio 5 for 4 years because she had so much candida and she had a double copy. And so I just had to keep her on 1/2 to 1. And sometimes if her diet was terrible, I'd have to actually bump her from a 1 back down to a 1/2 because it was making the candida grow. And so just understanding that and stress and the impact of that, and just being aware of your body and having the proper timeline, and knowing that as long as you see small forward progress, you are headed somewhere. It's when you don't have any progress that we know we need to alter things. Now, there is a waiting game when it comes to the MTHFR because of how long it's taking to get out of the system. So a double copy can be anywhere from 5% to 50%, depending what copies there are. You know, genes come in double things. And so depending how they pair will depend on the ability for your body to heal. Now, with that, MTHFR has what I call superpowers. Like some people have super smell, or their DNA repair is incredible. Like they might have trouble getting the toxins out, but their ability for their DNA to repair and not be highly damaged is amazing. So just know there's good, and then there's something we got to work on when it's working with that MTHFR. So I hope this helps you, gives you just a great perspective, understanding, and timeline and expectations, and definitely dig in, find out a little more, and figure out what works for you.